It's a delight and privilege to catch up with Mr. Rajesh Wadhwa, an international leader in optometry who runs a very successful practice here in Delhi, the former president of the Indian Optometry Federation. Oh, it's great to catch up with you, Rajesh.
Thank you, Vinod. You really being kind to introduce me like that. Thanks.
Now, Rajesh, you've been working in the retail sector for more than 3 decades now. Have you seen a big change in the sector, especially in terms of the number of businesses, people's attitude towards going to an optical outlet? Have you seen any noticeable change?
Yeah, there's been a sea of a change. While we used to, in 1979, we used to dispense spectacles with choice of maybe perhaps 4 or 5 different kinds of materials or shapes, and we had very basic equipment for eye examination, and the lenses were only glass. The technology changed over time. New concepts, new products came in, plastics came in, their manufacturing technology changed. We reoriented ourselves to new products, we got new trainings added to our continuing education, and ultimately today we are dispensing the most advanced lenses of the world in India. We dispense the highest order of the progressive lenses. We dispense lenses which are specially made for computers and reading, lenses which give you a better vision even in the periphery, lenses which have gone thinner in high powers, lighter weight, new materials like the material used for aircraft windscreens, the polycarbonate, even that has come into the thing. And of course, our equipment has changed. While earlier we were just doing a subjective, meaning asking the patient whether this is good or that is good. Now we have equipment for objective examination of eye. We detect many more diseases like glaucoma, the diabetic retinopathy, and other things in our routine eye examinations in an optometry setup which is associated with the optical outlet. And yes, with all this growth, this is not unitary in one outlet. Many people have realized it. The profession and the business have both expanded a lot, and it is growing.
But as you say, it's growing. In terms of the demographics of people coming there, has there been a change? I mean, you probably had a particular group of people come to an outlet before. Do you see a noticeable change where access is making it possible for everyone to come?
Yes, you are very right. Now, while earlier spectacle or contact lens was a necessity, today it's also fashion. So, while earlier usually 30 plus would be the most eager people to come in for glasses, and today even 15, 16 plus, there are people who would want glasses just for fashion, even if they have no spectacle prescription. And similarly for contact lens, the cosmesis is not the only reason, and medical reason is not the only reason. There are people who would just come in and would want it for the reason that they want to change the color of the eye for a specific party or something. That also happens with contact lenses, and many such products which have come in. The age group has changed, socio-economic status of people have obviously changed with Indian growth which has come in over last 3 decades. Yes.
And in terms of this growth, I mean, I understand the current broader industry, the ophthalmic sector is worth about 2 billion and it's growing. And they sometimes say in about 10 years it's got the potential to get to probably 10 to 20 billion. Now, as this growth happens in the kind of environment you're working in, especially the retail side, what are the hurdles you have? I mean, what kind of things are missing?
I think when we get into a retail sector in India, be it this ophthalmic or others, let's stick to this particular thing. Every skill that the entrepreneur has will be utilized. You need to be adept not only with the profession, the commercially available products, their properties. You need to know how to handle them. You need to know where to prescribe. Other than this, you need to have knowledge of accounting, the statutory requirements, the rules to be followed, the licenses to be acquired and renewed, and many such things which one should be aware of. It's an overall performance of the entrepreneur which goes into running a retail business here, which also includes marketing, sales. All those strategies have to come in.
Right. And in terms of the human resource aspect, do you see real tangible bits that are missing?
I would say we need primarily 3 or 4 different kinds of 3 or 4 categories of people who would be functional in an optometric optical setup. One is of course the professional who will be an optometrist. Next is we need someone to do the sales, so we do train them into what products are available, why certain products are to be given in what conditions and prescriptions. Then we have the back office work where we do the spectacle fitting and all. This particular segment is always home in-house trained or someone who has not taken formal education. These are like the chef in a restaurant. These are the craftsmen who carve out the spectacle lens into the frame.
Right.
And that's a high skill job, although we have practically 70% automation into converting a round lens into the spectacle shape. Still a lot of human skill is required, and these people are very few. The trained staff for sales who would just walk in and are already trained, they are practically not there. So both these categories we need to develop according to our own culture of that particular establishment.
And one last question, Rajesh, if you want to look ahead, you have a retail outlet now, it's 2014, so marching 10 years forward, say in 2025, how do you see your outlet looking?
Depends how the mind goes, whether we want to expand vertically or horizontally. Vertically, definitely, which means we will be adding new kind of equipment, new technologies, new lenses. For example, until 5 years back, we were dispensing contact lenses, rigid and soft lenses, everything. And within last few years have come in, for example, semi-scleral and mini-scleral lenses. And these lenses are a great substitute for not getting the corneal grafting done. Many patients who were earlier getting corneal grafting done for irregular cornea, for whatever reason it may have happened, I think about 60% of them may not need a grafting done anymore. So corneal transplant. So this kind of new technologies are coming in, and many more will come in. And I see that optometric work will be more and more specialized over time. Yes, the new products in spectacles are coming in, and contact lenses are coming in, and other activities which optometry setups do, like squint management and all, detection of diseases like diabetic retinopathy and glaucoma, as I mentioned. All these will have new equipment and everything. Yes, if we expand horizontally, we may have more branches, and the management systems will improve. The strategies will change, marketing policies, systems will change with time as the market scenario changes. But I see overall, depending on every owner of establishment interest, everyone can look positively towards a great growth in this line.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, Vinod. Great being with you.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.